Right. Hi. Right. Turn that down. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Right, what can we see? Oh, come on. Oh, getting quite a good view there. And we're the right way up. Hello. Hello, hello. She... sorry, I am here. Just working out. It feels like ages since I was on Facebook. Ages and ages and ages. Right. How is everybody anyway, whilst I'm attempting to get myself to where I'm supposed to be? I hope you've all had a nice Monday into Tuesday. Before I forget though, right. Hi Donna, hi Caroline. Right. If you could just invite people who, because normally I'm else, like, I don't normally start in here. So anyway, we'll see what happens with that. Have you had a nice start to the week? Hold on, I think I've lost. Oh no, you're there. Hi Maureen. Rainy, yeah. It's actually not been too bad today. I did think about hanging washing out, but the sky went grey, so I just didn't. Hi Gemma. So we're going to do skin tones. We're going to do skin tones with distress oxides. We're going to do skin tones with acrylics, and we're going to use watercolours. But I did want to show you, I've been playing with a little book, and it's made out of one sheet of paper. And obviously I've been decorated with the others. Well, how stinking cute is that? And you can still put your little tags and things in it. Isn't it just so cute? Oh, yes. I've even got a little stamp. That's Emma's Happy Place, handmade with love. Oh, thank you, Caroline. So, it's got even got little pockets in as well. I'll show how to make this though. I am not live on Thursday on YouTube. I'm going to go live tomorrow on YouTube. It is my father's birthday on Thursday, and I'll have to go and see him. So I've made a tiny little book. Anyway, I can do this tomorrow night over on YouTube. But for anybody who hasn't caught it on YouTube, look, I've even got this. I'll bring it in. Leave that there. I mean, it's a bit silly because it's out of thingy, but I just thought if anybody needs it. So anybody who doesn't know, who hasn't caught the live on YouTube, because I haven't been live on Facebook for ages. I went on holiday, then Christopher's birthday, and then I forgot what day it was. I mean, come on. So we have the Colour and Create kit. This is a kit that is exclusively me. It's for Emma's Happy Place. That is what I have called who I am. There is a website coming soon. I'm saying soon. I'm aiming for the next 2 months. In the meantime, if anybody would like a kit, they can email emmashappyplace24@outlook.com or messages on the Emma's Happy Place Facebook page, or messages personally. Either or, whatever works, and we can sort it out from there. But website is coming. I'm just totally technology illiterate, so it is coming. But this is the first kit I'll go through. You get 2 sheets of each, so it's like 24 sheets in total. Paper is ridiculously good quality. Everybody who's already got their kits says it's fantastic, they love the feel of it, and so on and so forth. So hi Caroline. Hi Maureen. I don't know what I said that. Nothing. Hi Gemma. Losing me marbles. Yours has arrived. Excellent. I'm so pleased. So we've got all the coloured sheets and then we've got the colour and create sheets. So 2 of each one. And this is them. I love that one. I love them all, to be honest. That's why I chose them. That's why I made them. But then we've got this one, which is a bit more like your resin pour type thing. And again, if you go around this with your gold or silver, it just looks incredible. So 2 sheets of them each. And then you get your colour and create. Now this, I have put water on it, alcohol ink. I have used it on the jelly plate. There is a couple of little videos up that I've done with them on the jelly plate. I've done some colouring videos as well. They're up. Hi Brenda. So this is this one you can use it as a backing paper, just add colour or colour them all individually and cut the flowers out. This one, have it monochrome, colour it, fabulous background. These are vintage to neon pink, whatever you want to do with them. The lovely big sizes down to some smaller sizes. And then you've got the girls. I love the girls. And this is where the skin tones come in. So you get 4 per page, 2 sheets of each. And my thinking is this way. Yes, I love stamps and things like that. Yes, I might bring stamps in the future. But this way we're getting like 8 of each image and we can do what we want with them. And then we can bring our texture stamps in, other stamps in, and so on and so forth. And I don't know which one to do it on. I like them all. We're going to use the bobble hat one. So it's nearly bobble hat weather, isn't it? To start off with, because this is pretty much about skin tones for them. She's the absolute favourite. She's the bobble hat one. Lots of people like her. And the girls came. My mum used to make dough dolls out of salt dough. And these are the kind of things she used to make. They look like this. And I just thought they were fabulous. So I drew what they were like in my head anyway. They might not look like this, totally. But these are the distress oxides I'm going to use. We've got Tattered Rose, which is your pinky yellowy colour. Tea Dye, which is like your orangey browny colour. Your Quiche Flamingo, quiche or whatever, but you can use your peacock, not peacock, what's it called, the pink one. Picked Raspberry. And you're sitting at the beach, freezing that bed it is. Absolutely better. Have you got a bobble hat? And then I've picked Gathered Twigs. But again, use whatever brown you've got. The basis of any skin tone is it's a yellow, which I always go for like a yellow oxide. So they're going to count as my yellow. So yellow ochre, sorry, not yellow. Well, yellow oxide as well. Yellow ochre. Then you've got white, a pink and a brown. So that is your basis for any skin tone, pretty much. What I would do is I would put the Tattered Rose down. I need something to mix it on, don't I? Where is my mixing palette? I do not know. We're not going to be able to see if I mix on. Can we see the white bit here? If I tilt you a smidge that way. We can see here, this little bit here. So again, it's just you need a bobble hat. Definitely is plain. For your ratios, it's definitely plain. Hi Lorna. So Tattered Rose, I would pop some of that down. And I mean, that's a pretty good skin tone anyway to start with. But then I would add a little bit of tea dye. So less tea dye, but still it's a pretty good base. Then I would add pink, probably about the same much as tea dye. And then your brown is probably less, and you can always add more. I don't know if I can. So there. That's that. And then, this is when you decide. So this is the Tattered Rose. It's a pretty good base. If that's what you want to use as skin tone, do it. And then you've got your tea dye, which again is a pretty good base. It's slightly darker, that's it, your browny yellow in it. Your pink, again, this is your Quiche Flamingo. I don't even know how to say that. And then this one, which is the yellowy brown as well. So I would take some of the twig, mix it into the Tattered Rose, some of the tea dye, mix that in, and then some of the pink. And this is the skin tone you're going to get, which is pretty good. The lighter you want it, mix more of the tattered rose in. See, and then it comes in lighter, and it's perfect for skin tone. Oh, just popping it down. And with watercolour and things, any kind of watercolour, you might get, I quite like the faces to look smooth. So if you don't mind the watercolour-y effect, then you're good to go. If you're not so keen on the watercolour effect, I use quite a neat paint. So, like, I get plenty on the brush, and I put plenty on. So the amount of paint on your brush is, like, be generous, basically. And then there's your skin tone, easy as that, and that's with the oxides. Perfect. And then you can come in with the more pink, add it to our cheeks, obviously less depending on how rosy you want it. And then that'll sort of blend in together as it goes. Our lips in. And there you go. I mean, it's pretty easy peasy. If you've got the oxides, go for it. Hi, Becca. Hiya, Kelly. Oh, I love that you're chatting. If you would be ever so lovely and share the live, I would love you forever. So that is skin tones with the oxides. You can always save this video and come back. I'm not planning on taking it down. I am going to take it off Facebook as well and put it on to YouTube. So it'll be there as well. Right. Skin tones and watercolours. Now, oh, I've dropped me paintbrush. 2 seconds, you're going to see the grey roots here. Move it over. There we go. Right, skin tones and watercolours. Now this is the Thirsty Brush watercolours. How I get a skin tone with this is I've got a white. Now this is a completely different way of mixing it because there's no brown here. So to make your own brown, what you want to do is you want to take the orange, and I'll mix it on here. Take the orange and some of the purple, probably more orange, and you get a brown. Yeah, so that's that. And then I'm going to take a little bit of pink and mix it in with. You get a really, really dark. So orange, purple makes you brown. Add some pink for the pinky tone, and I mean that's great if you need a really dark skin tone. But then you bring in a white watercolour, and then you're getting a skin tone. And you can see just how simple it is with that as well. Now, you can get a skin tone that is just, it's made as a skin tone. And you can get it in tubes, you can get it in paint pans, you can buy skin tone watercolours. Whatever you want. I'm just going to use that rather than waste it. Yeah, basically whatever you want. You can make your own skin tones and then you give it lighter or darker. Whatever you like. And some more. You can bring shade in as well just by adding more light. And you can see the papers here are resistant the watercolour, so it just helps you to stay in the lines a bit as well. It's a bit like heat embossing, but it's not. It's a printed image, which I thought was good. I mean, you can go over our lips if you want and throw our neck in there as well. I think I've got a bit crazy. Add loads on my brush. Might take a while to dry. So that is that. Now again, with watercolours, you can buy a skin tone, and the skin tone is Naples Yellow Red Light or dark, and this is it here. And this is a Royal Talons one, and this was out of a tube, and all I've done is put it into a pan. Now that is the skin tone I have bought. It's the skin tone I bought and popped it into the pan myself. Sorry, I'm totally not with it today. And that is that, and it's a very pinky colour. So what I would do is I would add white to that. And there's a skin tone. Add brown if you want it darker, white if you want it lighter. And I'll take some brown as well. There you go, make it darker. Just by adding the brown in. Same as that one. You can add more brown. To make a skin tone with a watercolour, when you've got loads of colours, is I would take a yellow ochre, which is that one. Your brown, which is that one. A little bit of pink or red, just a tiny little bit, and then add your white in. And just keep going. The yellow, a little bit more brown, until you get the tone that you want. There you go, there's another skin tone. So you can write all this down, you can come back to this whenever you want. Whatever, it's the same basis for any colour at all. Whether it is watercolour, acrylic, ink pads, whatever. If you've got the 4 colours, you can make it, or you can just buy skin tone colours. Which, yes, is easier, but it's handy if you can make your own, if you don't want to spend any money. It really is, but just remember, every skin tone starts off with a yellow, and a yellow ochre is the perfect colour because it's not screaming yellow, and it's not like sunshine yellow, and you don't have to counteract it that much. So yellow ochre, a brown, burnt umber's perfect, a white, and a pinky ready colour. And then all you do is mess about with the colours and the amounts until you get the perfect one. Sorry, Becca, I missed that. I'm absolutely fine. I'm just trying to remember everything. It's all right when you're doing it, but when you're trying to explain, it's like, ugh. Right, I'm going to use this white one here again. Now, you can get something called buff titanium, which is like your white. Use that if you've got it, but we're going to pretend that we haven't. If you've got that, it's a good start, a bit like the tattered rose or whatever. So I've got here, I've got yellow ochre paint, acrylic paint. Definitely not the neon yellow unless you want Simpsons. So yellow ochre, I'm not going to mix loads up. I've got a brown, which is umber, burnt umber. Tiny bits, Emma, come on. Don't waste your paints. Are you enjoying what? That's good, I'm pleased. It's really hard to remember all the colours and things. It's fine when I just sit down. It's like anything, isn't it? And then your red, pink, magenta, whatever that. I put too much out there. And then your white. You can use, this is a primer like a gesso. You can use titanium white, whatever you like. So I've got that down. And what I'm going to do, in to here, to the side, I'm going to pick up a little bit of the brown, a little bit of the yellow. So there we've got a skin tone. I'll pick them both up and put it in. More white until you get it to the tone that you want. And straight away you can see it's working. And then, say you add your bit pink in. And you can always add more brown, more yellow, more white, depending on the tone that you want. And again, I mean, acrylics are not as easy, like, to, if you've got a stamped image, you could go over it. It even covers, like, your heat embossing and stuff. But you can always go back over with a pen and add the detail back in if you cover it. Got loads on my brush. I'm just going in. And acrylics are a different beast. They don't blend like watercolours. They're not as forgiving, but you can blend them if you're willing to keep going and going and going. But if you put a nice thick-ish layer on in one go, you can then bring in other things to start evening out the skin tone. And this is where I bring in pencils. You can bring in soft pastels. You can bring in pens, whatever you like. So you don't have to be neat with it. You can't cover any mistakes. There's always a way to change. Her neck's a different colour. How did I do that? Mustn't have mixed that bit up properly. Anyway, it's like me as a teenager. Different colour face and neck with my makeup. So there we go. So any bits that haven't been neat and tidy, the queen of skin tone, it's just colour theory really. It's just my obsession with colours. think that's all that comes in with it. So again, you could mix some white with the pink to get a cheek colour. Or you can leave it, add that back in, and then we can totally cheat. Has anybody got soft pastels? We'll leave it like that. We'll leave it blotchy. And I'll show you. You need a pen and paper. Do you know what it is? It's going to be here forever. It will always be on Happy Place and in the group. I'll never ever take this down. I'll even try and work out how to pin it so it's where you can easily find it. The title is Skin Tones and Colouring Create Kit 1. Oh, Becca, welcome to the world of colours. You're going to love it. Whoa, avalanche. First one we've had in a while. So these are soft pastels. They're not expensive soft pastels, anything like that. But here, you've got some great colours for skin tones and things. And what I would use is a makeup brush. This is what I use to scrape them off. And scrape it off into a powder. You don't need lots. And maybe that one is the pink. Alternatively, you can get skin tone pastels, which are, what did I do with them? These ones are Jane Davenport ones. They're all skin tones, and they look like a makeup palette, which is really cool. Soft pastels are like a chalk pastel. When they go on, they can rub off, so you normally get like a spray, but just if you're doing a full picture in soft pastels, you can get a fixative, a spray fixative. This you won't need it for unless you're going to frame it. Then you can use hairspray. These ones are the Royal and Land Nickel. They were pennies. I don't even know how much they were. There's 36 of them. You don't need these at all. Use eyeshadow. Use your makeup. Use your you know them stupid makeup palettes where you get all the stupid colours that nobody ever uses them all. Use them. You do not need pastels, I promise. But I'm going to go on with the acrylics and show you. They are skin tone. I've messed it up. I've pulled some colour out. Now you can go on with this one. A little bit pink. A little bit pink. Even going with a little bit brown as well, just to make it. And then go in and start even them up. Oh, hang on. We'll use these ones so you can see them a bit better. Right, so they're the fairest colour. And you can sit, there we go. I haven't scraped enough off. So the soft pastels the same. Pick your colour tones to match, mix them yourself, and go in with them. And you've got lights and darks, and there we are straight away evening up the dodgy paint job. You see? Yes, we're covering our nose up, but then just get a pen and draw them back in. You can add shades, so light to our cheeks, get some pink, add our blusher. So don't ever think that, oh, I've messed that up. Pastel pencil. I don't know. And honestly say, probably, maybe, I don't know. Christopher's used them before. They did smudge together quite well. I don't see why not. I've never used them though. For this, we take a pen, preferably a biro, and then you just go back in and add the details in, because you can still see through it. Oh, she's got two noses now, Emma. Don't do it on camera because you can guarantee it'll go wrong. Just add a detail back in. Then you can start playing, giving her more eyelashes. Whatever you want. Can't believe I've given her two noses. I mean, come on. Poor girl. There you go, you're just adding it back in. And I mean, it's pretty even. Just take your time when you're not. Don't do it in front of a camera, basically. Even the watercolour, you can see where it's dried a little bit different. You've got that watercolour, the watercolour effect where I'm getting some more in one place and some in the other. Just go in and even up. So anybody that says, oh, your colouring's fabulous, because I cheat all the time. And this is mixed media. This is mixed media. Once you start using two things, two mediums, it's mixed media. I promise it's easy, Brenda. Once you can mix the colour, it is easy. What I did learn is don't scrimp on the product. I mean, don't go crazy, but don't like just use a tiny little bit. You've got to kind of work it into your brush. But pretend you're doing your own face. Can you remember Girls World? There we go. I mean, you can start giving it eyeshadows, especially now that we're using makeup. Oh dear, she's still wet there. Oh, she's got pink eyeshadow now. That'll do. But then if you've got a white pastel, you can bring that in for highlights. Whatever you want. Alternatively, you can get skin tone pencils. Which I do have here. Throwing them about. Exactly, Gemma. Do you know what it is? It's so fun because you can do makeup that you never usually would. Right, so pencils. Let's find a... These are Faber-Castell. Faber-Castell Black Edition. They were on offer when I got them, but I think it makes it a little bit harder to see. I've got to swatch them every time I go to use them. There. No. That one. So then you can come in and pick your skin tone and just start to shade in. Don't need to go on hard, you just want a little bit shade. So under our hat will be darker. And you're not going to see it instantly. Go on softer than you usually would. Into our eye. And then a little bit higher up. I mean, you don't want to like start going like that because you're going to see it and you're going to see the line. So softer is better. And our ear, under our neck. It's darker there. And I mean, we're not doing... I mean, the girls here aren't real life. I mean, in my head, they were made out of dough. There's a set you can get. There's loads of sets you can get your skin tones. Loads and loads of skin tones you can get. You can get skin tones in pastels. You can get skin tones in watercolour. You can get skin tones in acrylic. All I'm doing is showing what you would do is if you didn't have them. I mean, I 9 times out of 10, you know, I still kind of make my own skin tone because, well, I'm a bit weird like that. I'm going to start bringing in eyeshadow. And some people, I mean, some people don't want to fork out every time they need a new kit. Every time they want to do something a little bit different. If somebody hasn't done skin tones before and they want to try it, but they don't want to spend however much on a kit, but they've got the colours. There we go. It's really hard to tell with these. That one, the dark one. I'm going to give her brown eyes as well, why not? There's all the different ones anyway. She looks like she's been on the sunbed. That one's turned out. That's the one I'm happy with. Then one I would go back over her. And I would possibly go back over her because her face is a different colour to her neck. But that's the gist of it. You can make any tones, any colours that you want. And if you've got the oxides, start with them. Then you can start bringing them in more. Brenda, just use the... Honestly, this is so much easier than doing your own makeup. So much easier. I'm so disappointed about rubbing the red on her eyes. I wonder if I can fix it with pencil. Hiya, Karen. You alright, lovely? It's here forever and ever. And ever and ever. When you're doing it at home, though, you can guarantee you won't get... I wonder if that'll bring it back. Save me. I'll probably just paint over our face. at this point. Then again, apart from dipping it into wet there, you know what it is? You could just go over with white and bring it all back. Or rub it off. Anyway, that is that. Super easy peasy skin tones. I hope it's helped. I hope everybody feels a little less itchy about it, because I get asked about skin tones a lot. I get so many messages, and everything's fixable, and it's all just fun. Have fun. It's learning. I mean, we do the hobby so we'll learn. This is why it's a hobby. It's always about learning. We never sit down and automatically know that's what to do. We have to learn. So yes, and if anybody would like a kit and you would like more details, we'll just pop that right there. If we can see it. I don't know if it's really dark over here. But Emma's Happy Place 24@outlook.com, or just send us a message on Facebook, the Emma's Happy Place page or whatever, and we can sort out arranging to get you one. All kits that have been ordered from yesterday have gone. So yes, have a lovely week. I will see you tomorrow on YouTube. I am not live on Thursday. It is my father's birthday and I will be going to visit him. But until then, have a lovely evening and day tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow night if you're about. Thank you, Lorna. Nighty night.